So I'm going to share what I think is the best branded despia combo post-spanless in the photon-hypernova format. It's basically an extension of the Aluber plus Bystial combo that everyone knows and it's like running around everywhere right now. I decided to take it one step further, and if you open up any extender, like Branded in Red works too, Fusion Deployment, there's lots of different combinations that you can achieve this endboard with. I figured I'd share the full combo, because this will happen fairly often. When you're going first, they're all searchable 3-ofs. You open up a standard combo plus any extender, and I figured I'd share what full combo branded despia looks like in the new format. So I see a lot of people messing up the sequences. Anyways, so I'll show the basic combo. So you normally summon Aluber, use the effect, and search Branded in Red. This is where if you opened Branded in Red instead of Branded Fusion, you would search the other, but yeah, there are lots of different combinations you can use for this. Next, we'll use Branded Fusion. Sending Albaz and Recurrier to summon the Striking Dragon. Next, we'll use Bystial's effects. And this can be any Bystial. It doesn't, I'm just using this as an example because like it's theoretically the worst one to draw. Summon, and then we'll use Mercurier's effects. Just search our deck for Blazing Cartesia. Now because we have an Albaz in Graveyard, we can use Cartesia's effect to summon herself. And next we'll use Cartesia's effect to Fusion Summon, using herself and Aluber. For Grand Guignol, the Dusk Dragon. So these are the two new fusions from Photon-Hypernova. On the summon, we'll use Dusk Dragon's effect to send the Bystial Lubellion from our deck to the graveyard. So this gets our Bystial Lubellion in rotation, and different from the other combos to show you when you open Lubellion, this combo essentially searches Lubellion from your deck. And I'll show you like the sequence looks like. So use Lubellion's effect, tribute, summon itself, and then we'll use the on-field effect to activate Branded Lost from your deck. Next we'll use Branded in Red, targeting Fallen of Albaz, and we'll add it to our hand and then banish the Dust Dragon and Albaz to summon Mirror Jade. So on the summon of Mirror Jade, we'll use Branded Lost effect Chainlink 1, Mirror Jade's effect Chainlink 2, sending Albion, and Striking Dragon's effect Chainlink 3, negating Mirror Jade and bouncing the Bystial Lubellion to her hand. So we'll resolve it. This will bounce. We sent that Mirror Jade's effect's negated, so it will still be able to use the effect on the opponent's turn. And then from Branded Lost, we will search for Albion the Shrouded Dragon. Next, we'll use Albion Shrouded Dragon's effect, sending Branded Retribution from our deck to the graveyard, put it on the bottom of the deck, and then, you know, draw one random card. Next, we'll use Branded Retribution's effect, banishing itself to add back Branded in Red to her hand. And now we'll use Bystial Lubellion's effect, discarding itself to search for Bystial Magnamute. Next, we'll use Bystial Magnamute's effect, banishing the Bystial, whichever Bystial you summoned earlier. Obviously, if you started with Magnamute, you would search something else here, but summon Magnamute, activate the effect to search in the end phase. And then set this card, and yeah, and now you'll go end of main phase, and then in the end phase, you'll get Cartesia's effect to add itself back to your hand, and then you'll get Magnamute's search. Search for basically any Bystial. So this is your hand right now. And then you'll get Albion's effect. And at this point, you can set, you already have Branded in Red face down on the field as an interruption, and you only have one target. So Branded Banishment isn't that great here. I like to set Branded Expulsion. Alternatively, you can also set Branded Opening, and then, you know, opponent's turn discard Cartesia because it'll add itself back. Summon a Ad Libitum and then branded in red fuse with like Adlib, Mirror Jade, and Aluber for Chimera, and then, you know, double Mirror Jade. Like, this all works, but this combo is strong. Essentially, this is your end board, right? So you have 3-card combo. You started with 5 cards in hand, so you just have like 2 random cards in your hand as well. This is what your end board would look like. It's strong because you have 2 searched interactions with the opponent. And then you also have Mirror Jade, Lindworm, or Rinbrum, the Striking Dragon. And when this activates as the effect on the opponent's turn, you can bounce the Magnitude to your hand and then, you know, resummon it as a disruption and follow-up. But this sequence specifically, what makes this powerful is on the opponent's turn. So you end on this board of the opponent's turn, you can activate Branded in red, targeting Aluber. Add it to your hand, and then banish Cartesia and Magnamute to summon. And then I only have 1 copy of Dust Dragon. So normally I'd play 2, I just don't have the second one yet. But basically you would summon this from your extra deck, you know. You would go Branded in red, summon. And then on the summon, your opponent can't activate in response to it, so you'll use Dust Dragon Chain 1, Branded Lost Chain 2. You know, Lost can search for Fallen of Albaz. And then we'll send for Dust Dragon. We'll send Ido. And then obviously, you know, you can play like other cards than Ido here too. Next, once that resolves, that resolution will activate Branded Expulsion, tributing Dust Dragon to summon Blazing Cartesia to our field and Ido to the opponent's field. So we have 6 cards in hand. The opponent's locked under Ido. Ido says they cannot summon monsters, which is ridiculous. So they literally cannot play the game. You have Negate on board, plus you have Mirror Jade Send, which is non-targeting banish. You have a Searched Bystial in hand, 3 random draws just from like your starting hand and drawing, and then you have follow-up in Aluber. The extension of this, you know, obviously you use Cartesia as effect during their main phase. Fuse with the Albaz you added from Branded Lost. Summon the Albion, and then, you know, you have Albion's effect. You know, you can summon another Mirror Jade, or you can just banish something like this and summon like a Dragus Stapelia. Because realistically, this game's over. Like, your opponent has lost the duel if this resolves. Yeah. And then you also have Dust Dragons affecting Graveyard. Essentially, when your opponent summons a monster using an effect, it just banishes itself to summon Cortus. Generally not bad. So that's the combo. Thought I'd share. I think it's pretty strong. I think this is full combo for my deck right now. Yeah. Let me know your thoughts.